Aye. If you had to implement an initiative to celebrate diversity, what would you do?
First of all, make people aware of what we actually mean by diversity. I think people have to have an awareness raised of what is actually meant by diversity, understanding that there are people, everyone is different. And I think one of the important things that we do within the school, and what we've tried to do at the school, is try to involve the community and members of the community from different religious communities, different groups within that work with the disadvantaged, which again is part of the diversity. So I think it would be very important to make people aware of what we mean by diversity and to involve as many groups as possible.
Okay then. Obviously raising awareness for diversity within the school is very important. Do you think enough is being done at present to do so?
I think broadly across every aspect of the curriculum we are working on this, yes. And obviously in my own subject I'm doing quite a lot of work, but there are certainly places where we could probably do more to try and raise awareness of diversity and what in actual fact that means. Teachers in school life is very, very busy, and I think sometimes these kind of things slip down our priorities, but they shouldn't. Because I think recognising diversity is a very important part of helping a person be prepared for life.
Yeah. And the last question is, sectarianism is a very big issue. What do you think could be done to prevent this within the school?
Well, as someone who's worked within the SQA and within the Scottish Government for anti-sectarian initiatives, obviously what we do within the school is a great deal, but there's an awful lot more we can do, starting with trying to get the school its recognition from Null by Mouth as a sectarian fighting school. One of the big things I've always found with sectarianism is it comes, like all forms of prejudice, from ignorance. So I think one of the things we must do is make sure that young people are educated as to what sectarianism is, and to try and show them that it is completely wrong. It is born from ignorance, a lack of understanding. Because to give two quotes from a member of the Protestant community once said to me that the people who are the bigots wouldn't know the door of Wittenberg if it fell on them. Now, the door of Wittenberg is where Protestantism began with Martin Luther. And a Catholic priest once said to me, the bigots amongst the Celtic fans who sing loudest that they are willing to die for the Catholic faith are the ones who are not prepared to live by the Catholic faith. And I think it's those kind of hard-hitting messages from members of both the Protestant and Catholic denominations which need to be used to try and get the bigots to understand that both the Catholic and the Protestant Christian communities don't want them. They don't want the bigots. And sometimes that way of shaming the bigots into realising that the position that they hold is untenably stupid is the best way to, in actual fact, tackle it. But I think we've done an awful lot of work making things like racism now just socially unacceptable. We don't accept racist jokes anymore. We don't accept these kind of jokes. And I think it's important we start to make sectarianism something which is widely recognised as being unacceptable.